Am I the asshole for telling the person who I bought my dog off that he has no say in what I do with her? So I, 27F, got my beautiful GSD puppy off a reputable breeder, Richard, nearly a year ago. In the advertisement for the pups he put that there would be breeding restrictions. No clue what that meant. I wasn't buying her to breed her. I just wanted a companion as I live alone. I told Richard that both when I meet him and over text beforehand, I then met the mother with the pup. He said that it was totally up to me if I breed her or not. He just put that in the advertisement as they are Kennel Club registered and wanted to keep it that way if the pups were bred when older to keep it pure. I told him, okay, found that a bit weird. But I had fallen in love with her and wanted her, so I paid for her, and we left together as she was old enough to leave with her puppy pack. It's been nearly a year now, and she's due to come into her first season any time now according to the vets. So I have booked her in to be spayed the end of this month. I then get a text off of Richard to say that we'll be able to breed her soon, and he's got the perfect sire for the pups. I replied, saying that I already told him I won't be breeding her, and that she's booked in to be spayed soon before she's had her first season. He was not happy with that, and told me that we agreed before I bought her that he would choose who would sire her pups. I said no, we never agreed on that. I don't ever want to breed her as she is just a companion for me and don't want to breed her. His reply was that he had already paid his friend for his dog to sire my dog's pups, so I had to go through with it now. I told him that wasn't my problem, and to go tell his firm it wasn't happening and get the money back from his friend or go to the other people who bought pups off him as she wasn't ever going to be bred. His response I can't put here, but it was very colorful with the words he used. He must have given my number to his friend who was also very awful with his texts. I told them both to leave me alone, and she wasn't ever going to be bred, and they wouldn't change my mind, and that it wasn't up to him what I do with my dog. He just called me an effing AH, and hasn't responded since I spoke to a friend of mine who has bought a pup off Richard before, and said that he would have just bred her to keep him happy, and he would take one of the pups as compensation for getting the sire. I said to him as well that it wasn't up to him what I do with my dog, and if he wanted that, why not keep the pup himself to do that, rather than sell her to then try and force her to be bred. And at such a young age as well, he doesn't have a say-what, so ever in what happens to the dogs once they have been sold. One have blocked both Richard and his friend on everything, so they can no longer get a hold of me, and I have distanced myself from my friend as well. So TikTok, am I the asshole for this?